with your girl. Come on with your girl. Hey, 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 hey. So y'all. I got me a special guest in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourselves to the people.
Hello guys, this is the Red Wolf here. Honestly, I recently changed my name. It was previously the Diesel Ninja, but as y'all can see, the Red Wolf is back. So if I'm in the Red Wolf clan, then you're in the Red Wolf clan.
Oh, okay. That's what you call your people?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all need to drop down some names that I can call y'all down below, because I really don't know. I thought about that. So yeah, let me know. But anyway, so today we're gonna be doing What's Your Story? Aaron's gonna let us know about his story. I feel like it's really unique. That's why I feel like he should share it. And also he does have a YouTube channel, so it will be in the link. And I'll probably add your page, because you can do that on YouTube. I haven't had people that actually do YouTube to tag them, so I feel like that's exciting. But yeah, so make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like, comment, and share this video. Please and thank you. And yeah, so let's get started. So, what do you want to start off with? To tell them about yourself.
Let's see. What I want to start off with. Okay, I'm just gonna start off like this. Okay. So, my story is gonna seem sad, y'all. So, if y'all very sensitive to this, then take a breath. So,
right, exit and come back. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is a forewarning.
Yes. Because, I don't want to keep making y'all so sensitive all the time. But anyway, my story. So, my story is going to be like a very sad and complex story, as we'll say. So, when I was first born, let's see, I was actually talking at maybe an early age, really.
Really?
Yeah, I was talking at an early age.
Like full sentences?
Well, not full sentences. Like, I only know some, and some just came naturally to me.
Okay.
And
That's not cool.
if I remembered, I was born and raised in Illinois, Chicago.
Oh, so you a Chicago baby?
Yes.
Oh, y'all, now he's from the Chi-Town.
Yes, I was born and raised in Illinois, Chicago.
Even your siblings or just you?
Just me. The rest of my siblings, my brother, my little brother, my little sister, they were raised here in Ohio.
Oh, okay. That's so interesting.
Yeah, and also I'm mainly the oldest, so I'm the oldest, and they are the younger ones. And another story. Well, no, actually, I'm just continuing. It was kind of very hard, really. Like, one, I thought I was like all the other kids when I was growing up, and when I moved to Cleveland, Ohio. Well, East Cleveland, Ohio, because my mother and my parents didn't have nowhere to go, because my mother wanted to bring me there so that I can be closer to my family there, because I didn't know they had family at the time there. I thought the family was just in the state of Chicago, Illinois.
So your mom's side is in Chicago and your dad's side here, or is it a mix?
Yeah, it's kind of a mix.
Okay.
So when I first got there, I saw a house, and I didn't know what the house was like. Mom, where are we going? Or I think that's what I said. I honestly can't remember, because there's some things I remember, some things I don't. But what I didn't know about the house is I didn't know I had a grandma. I did not know I had a grandma and a grandfather too.
So what age you come down here?
If I remember, I think I was about 4.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. Or maybe 2 to 3 years old, kinda. But I didn't know. But also, what I didn't know is that my granny lived above them. It was like
a 2-family house.
Yeah.
Okay.
My granny, my papa, everybody that I knew. But then when I first started going to school, man, I didn't really made a lot of friends then because I didn't like, was not in that stage of whether I should care or whether I should not. Because, I was little at the time. And, yeah, and time has passed. And also, I keep thinking to myself, why do I act the way I do?
Right.
Why do I act the way I do? When elementary school came, I must say it's a very sad story. I mean, I know my mother may be watching this, or she may come at me for this, but trust me, no, I remember these.
It's his story, mama.
Yes,
Let him live his truth.
Right, and one here, I remember these events. I totally remember them.
That's good.
So in elementary school, I kind of like this teacher, and her name was, I'm trying to remember her name, Miss Young.
Okay.
Like, she was the best preschool teacher that you can ever have. Like, she was so nice all the time. She was so nice. And also, I think she knew about my condition where I had autism. And yeah, I mean, I really loved the teacher, but then when I started like bumping up a grade or two, like when I was still in the 3rd grade, I was still with Miss Young. When I was in the 4th grade, then going to the 5th grade.
Oh, she was with you for a long time.
No, she wasn't with me for there. Then I had a new teacher called Dr. Davis. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I hated the teacher. I really did. Cause she would do cruel things to me. And my mother would stick up for her side. So what would happen is, whenever we come to class every day, like, okay, you know what? It's not gonna be bad. It's not gonna be bad than it was before. So when we had a fire drill, I will admit, like, I followed the directions the teachers was giving us. And then here, once we were coming back into the building, I think everybody's heading back to their class, I think. So that's what I thought. And then what happened was, oh wait, I guess everybody didn't go to their classes. Okay, I think I should go to my teacher, and I see her over there. So I went back, and what happened was, guys, what are you doing? Then she started manhandling us and started grabbing our shoulders, pushing us for real. And then I was going here, you're not supposed to leave your teacher like that. And here, I'm sorry, it was just a mistake. I thought we all were supposed to go back inside. Cause seriously, the directions were kind of wonky, I'll say. And then I was so mad and sad at the same time. And then what I saw was I saw Dr. Davis taking off her glove and started hitting this one kid, and this one kid name was Dominic. So I didn't say we were friends, but
Y'all was cool.
Yeah. So she took off her glove and started hitting him with it. Did not tell you to stop making noise. What? What was going on? I was so petrified. I had no idea what was going on.
She should not be doing that.
Yeah.
This is not back in the day, honey.
Yes. And the next day, the same routine kept happening. When we would come in to the classroom, then here she would have a reason to act so mean to us and act so cruel to us for no reason. I've been trying to act like a good kid. I'm trying to be lenient with her. I've been trying to be acting lenient with her, but oh my goodness, she just want to get a reason to get mad at us for no reason. Oh my goodness, what is going on with this teacher? Here, what is wrong with her? Is something going on at home, or here? Is she just evil?
Right.
Was she just evil? And oh my goodness, I must say, you see, I started I had my ends with her, and then I started screaming at her, you know what, here, I don't think you should be a teacher. And look, I don't want to like here be near you because you always act so terrifying. You always got to be acting scary.
Oh, you said that to her.
Yes, like here and then here. You know what? I was like so angry that I burst out at her. I really burst out at her. And then this happened, like, you know what, get over here, Aaron, because I'm just sick and tired of you. And here, she started dragging me to the corner. I said, let me go. And then, oh my goodness, she called my mother. And then, oh my, I didn't know better at the time, so my mother put me on punishment. She put me on punishment, and oh my goodness, I don't remember what the punishment was because, like, one, I don't give a crap, like, what punishment she puts me on. Because, like, one, I did what I did because, like, she was nothing but a cruel teacher. She was nothing but an evil teacher. Like, she was just so evil.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, I mean, still, like, I always keep asking myself, why is she doing the things that I did? Like, why is she doing the things to her students? Like, one, not only that, like, when I started, like, going to school day by day basis, oh my goodness, like, there was this kid named Ron Sean, like, like Deshaun Ron Sean. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was his name though. So this kid Ron Sean was so this kid Ron Sean I don't know what he did, but like I was going like so we had two teachers in there, Miss Goodrum and Dr. Davis. Like Miss Goodrum will always stick up for Dr. Davis. And oh my goodness, she like see the whole thing, and then one, she would just keep sticking up for her. But not only this, but back to what I was talking about. So, what this kid Ron Sean, I don't know what he did. So, I like saw the whole thing like when like Dr. Davis was like holding his shirt, and then what I was seeing like, wait, what's going on? Like, I don't know what's going on. And this happened, like, you must want your butt whooped. And then he said, no, I don't. And then she just did it. Like, what?
So she spanked him?
Yeah.
This little Dr. Davis girl, lady, you need to really, I don't know, she needed to reevaluate herself, because I just feel like you shouldn't be doing that. Like, so she probably did have something going on at home, or that's how she grew up, or like, it was something behind it. Like, I don't feel like she was just doing it just because. I feel like something was really going on and she just took it out on the kids. But either way it goes, that was never okay.
Yeah, and all the time she would just shout. And not only that, anything that we're touching all the time, like, because we're like, supposed to like, clean something up. Like this, hold up, I forgot this kid's name, but he wanted to clean up something, and then like, what about these wipes up top? And then she went like this, she went ballistic, like saying no, and then smacked his hand. Like, what? Because like here, those look like wipes up there to me. So I thought, wait, here, if he can use those to clean up the desk or the mess he made or something, I feel like he could use those, but I kind of like didn't know at the time, so I either don't know what I was talking about, or I don't know. I was kind of like, everything was happening so fast. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my goodness, everything was like, just messed up. And also, yeah, a lot has been happening. Like, one, I've been bursting out at her every little by time. I've been like also been bursting out at Miss Goodrum, because like she's always sticking up for her. Like, that is not fair. Like, how are you treating us like this? Like, what is your purpose of doing that? And not only that, my music teacher, she was like 100 level cruel. Like, one, like when we were like, practicing music, none of the kids were like talking. Like, here, even when one peep came out of the kids, she would tell us, hey, hands on head. Oh my goodness.
Not hands on head.
Yeah, like, I'm saying, like, I swear to God, one of y'all hands, like, if y'all put one of y'all hands down, you're going to the principal. What? Like, what did we do? Because, like, one, here, who peeped out? Who, like, say something? Like, what? I don't understand. Like, what is going on? Like, Mom, I feel like you should really change schools, please. And I didn't really thought about it at the time. Like, you know what? I have to change schools. I need to change schools now.
So did you end up changing schools or no?
Yes, I went to Citizens Leadership Academy, which was better than the one I went to.
Okay. And so how was that experience?
That experience, it was great. Like, I was very shy. I was really shy as always. And I met a lot of my new teachers, and they were really cool.
I'm glad. So what age did you like figure out that you were autistic, or
What age I figured out? If I remember.
or did you like really start questioning yourself?
Oh wait a minute. I actually do remember. In the 8th grade when I was 13 years old. So I actually knew when I was like 13 years old, because I try to like question myself, like, here, why is it that I keep acting like this? Wait, what if I looked up some symptoms of what I keep doing?
Mm-hmm.
At first, I thought it was PTSD, but oh my goodness, no, it wasn't. So at that time, I gave up, but I kept going. Like, wait, is it DMT? No. PTSD? No. What is it then? So the only person I had to get answers from was my mother. And she told me that I had autism, and what is that? I never heard of it before. So I started to look it up what it was, and yeah, I started asking Siri what it was, and man, it didn't give me the information I want. So here, I had to look it up manually, and I started to see the symptoms of autism, and I didn't know I did at the time. Like, I also had like, my mother could have like told me these, but I did not know I had them at the time, like dyslexia, and I don't know what that other D word was, but it was like, you know, a problem with math or something. Okay. But yeah. So
how did you feel? Like, how did you feel when you found out?
How I feel? I felt like something was wrong with me, or I'm just like not like everybody else. Or. But
like when she told you, like, did you feel like a sense of relief? Like, okay, now I know what's going on, or?
At the time, I didn't know rather I should feel relieved or rather I should keep this to myself to, like, you know, till the very end.
So when did you start telling people?
I actually told, like, you know, some of my friends that I thought were friends, but oh my goodness, they just went on and just their merry way. I even told my best friend though. I told my best friend, and I must say, she did support me though.
That's good. That's why she your best friend.
Yeah.
So so when you did tell people, how did people start treating you?
I mean, they did start treating me with kindness now. They just started treating me with kindness.
And did you like that, or did you feel like, are y'all only doing this because y'all know that I'm autistic, or did you not care?
Or, well, I mean, I didn't, like, you know, ask them, because, like, one, you know, I'm not the invasive type.
Yeah.
Unless I have to be. So, if I were, but here, they did kind of, like, treat me with kindness because, like, I was actually a good student and I was a good kid.
Okay.
And then, when high school started to come up, oh my goodness, yep, I knew I wasn't gonna, like, you know, it's not gonna be like middle school anymore. So, that's where my parents got a condo. We got a condo, a townhouse. And my mother, on the other hand, oh Jesus. Things started, like, you know, get very complicated. When I was going through high school, I must admit, I didn't know how to, like, you know, cope with my emotions really.
Okay.
Because I didn't know how to do them at the time. like what to do with my emotions. So I did like take this one class called social skills because I felt like, why do I need the class? Do I need to like, communicate better? Because like, come to think of it, I didn't really like, I didn't know how to like communicate with people really.
Okay.
So I felt like, okay, if the class is good, then okay. And then I started thinking like, man, I don't want to talk to people. But as I'm getting older now, understanding like, I gotta like talk to people in uncomfortable situations, then okay, I really gotta do it. Because I don't know what's the reason behind it. Because like, come to think of it, I didn't know I was an introvert, but then as time gone by, I started becoming an ambivert, really. And if y'all don't know what an ambivert is mainly you're both an introvert and an extrovert.
Okay. Hey, I guess that's me because I can be both.
Yeah.
It just depends on who I'm comfortable with.
Yeah. And I must say, my comfortability with high school was very great. Like, there was like a whole bunch of kids that kind of like related to me. Like, a lot of kids had like, autism, some did, and some were ADHD. And not only that, I didn't know like this one girl in my class, her name was Laura, and I did not know she like had autism and ADHD. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow. So were you in classes with autistic kids or were you just in normal classes?
Kids with like, special needs and disabilities. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know like I was in there with I didn't know I was in there with kids who had like, the same condition as me. But
did that make you feel more comfortable?
Yeah, it did make me feel comfortable. But then as time go by, I didn't know like why my mother sent me to a Catholic Catholic school. Ooh. At the time. Coming to think of it, like, why is she sending me to a Catholic school? Like, but Aaron, you're a Christian though. Like, how do you call yourself a Christian too? Like, how do you call yourself a Christian, mother? How do you call my little sister a Christian? How do you call my little brother a Christian? How do you call dad a Christian? Because, like, y'all don't really act Christian to me. Mm-hmm. They don't. But come to think of it, oh my goodness, I feel like I should start exploring my beliefs though.
You should. I feel like you're at the age where you should definitely figure out who you are and what it is you believe and what to do.
Yes. And when I was 15, oh my goodness, like my dad came back at the house, and I must say, I didn't know whether my mother divorced him or not, because like the relationship was complicated, and I didn't like have no say in it, so I didn't care at the time, because it was them, not me. And what happened was, when I came back from like high school, I wanted to go to Villa Angela, but my mother insisted me to go to Cleveland Central Catholic. And I must say, I was kind of like, I'm like, so glad like they have better uniforms, because the uniforms we had to wear at like Cleveland Central Catholic were like white dress shirts, khakis, dress shoes, and a tie. All that.
Ooh, y'all are so fancy.
Yeah, we did, but I mean, it kind of felt tiring though.
Yeah, wearing the same thing. You wanted to wear your own clothes.
Yeah, but now they have the polos out now.
Oh, okay.
Which is easy and faster.
Yeah.
But here, to put this in chronological order, my history with high school, at first it was good. Like I knew where my classes, well, I didn't know at the time where my classes were. Like I was so scared to like navigate on my own, cause like we usually because in middle school, we usually line up and know where we're going for our next class. And oh my goodness, I was so scared. Like, I had nowhere else to go. And I was like, I almost like, I almost broke down. Like, I was so scared, like my anxiety started to kick in. And oh my goodness. But as time went by, I knew where my classes were. I knew where to go. So I knew how to get in my classes on my own. So I was actually okay. So I was comfortable. I was actually comfortable with going to classes on my own. I was angry. I was angry at work. So I went upstairs, slammed my door, and then she started coming upstairs saying it's your mother, let me in. Erin, I know you're, she started having that smirk on her face. Erin, I know you're angry, but we're not gonna be slamming doors or throwing things around the house. Oh my goodness, I didn't know what to do because I was just so angry. One, I was angry because I didn't know what to do because I didn't know what to do with anger because one, I threw I threw a tantrum and just started sliding things across my dresser, and then my dad picklocked his way in my room. My mother started asking, "What are you doing?" "No, what are you doing?" "Mom, you know what I did. You know what I did." Here, you see that? You don't put two and two together? You don't read the room? Erin, no, you're not gonna be destroying my goddamn house. You aren't gonna, you better look something up, look up YouTube, TikTok, whatever that is. And figure out how to manage your anger. Because mainly I was actually, let's see, my abrasive side took in, and when I'm angry, I don't think very well. I really don't think. I would really just get aggressive because it's not that I want to be angry at people. It's just from the times from high school and all. Mm-hmm. And also it's also well, actually, coming to think of it, it wasn't really me, or it wasn't really me creating tantrums all the time or me being dramatic. It was just my trauma.
Yeah, you just didn't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
A lot coming at you at once.
Yeah, and then they thought they should become angry at me because me tearing up the house. Cause oh my goodness, y'all just get out. I told my dad and my parents to get out. You don't be, and then he started rebuttaling me you don't pay no bills in this house. You don't pay no bills in this house, so cut it out. Oh my goodness. You know what? Here, I wanted to either slap my dad or either get a book. I wanted to get a book and just bash him on the head.
So how was your relationship with your dad?
My relationship with him, it's complicated right now. One, I'm okay with him, but when he's around my mother, oh my goodness. He always got to stick up for her. Mm-hmm. And also, I just don't understand parents nowadays, but you know what? I might share that on Instagram or with a friend, something. Why do parents always gotta why do parents gotta why should I give them respect? Okay, let me slow down. Why should I give them respect if they keep coming at me for unnecessary reasons? Mm-hmm. Like that? One, why do I need to give them respect if they keep coming at me for unnecessary reasons? One, here, you're acting disrespectful to me, mm-hmm. So why can't I do that with you? Because one, you see, millennials, they always gotta act like a whole bunch of hypocrites all the time. Mm-hmm. Why should I give you respect when you've been disrespecting me?
Not for real. If you want to be respected, you gotta respect me. But I feel it's a thing where older people feel because they're older that you must respect them at all times. And I feel in some cases that is true. You should respect your elders, but
yes.
Also you gotta respect your younger folks too. Like you can't be cussing at them doing all this extra stuff and then not expect them to react.
Right.
Just like if I did that to you, you would react. So you gotta expect the same thing. Now, I'm not saying call your mom out her name, this, that, and the third, but like if you do want to speak your mind or your feelings, you should be able to do that. So
Exactly.
that's how I feel.
Yes, like I mean, that's just like unfair to me. Like one, like to treat me the way I'm treating you. Oh my goodness, like seriously. And also, I went on this. Actually, here I'm gonna go off topic for a little bit. I went on this Instagram, and I must say this name. I don't know whether I should laugh about it, but they call him the prison doctor.
Oh, damn.
They call him the prison doctor because like what he's doing, he basically is like, confronting like, kids like, who are being disrespectful to their parents for like, from like, the age of like 7, 6,
Are
10.
kids in prison or he's just there to like teach them?
Teaching them like if they're doing the things they're doing, they might end up like in jail.
Okay.
Just like that.
They got like Beyond Scared Straight.
Yeah.
Have you seen that show before?
Yeah, I seen that show.
So yeah, I mean sometimes you gotta put kids in their place. They be bad.
I mean, you are right. I mean, at
bad.
the time. But my question now is, what if they had a good reason to? For example, what if like a parent was like gaslighting you or manipulating you or even worse?
I mean, if you have a good reason to do what you did, then I feel like you shouldn't really be punished for that. But like, I feel like some people don't really look at your perspective like that. Like maybe they're just like, oh, you just being a badass child, like you just doing this and that.
Right.
But like maybe you did have a reason why you did. Like with your teacher, like you had a reason why you were doing that because your teacher was mean to you. But your mom probably looking at it like, why is he acting up? Like, the teacher could be,
Right.
But the teacher could have been telling your mom a whole different story than what it was. So,
Yes.
like, your mom is going based off of her, which she shouldn't have done. She should have went off your word, too. But you're a kid, so it's like, kids come up with stories all the time. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you know your child, you can know if they telling a fib or not. But if you don't know your child, you don't know if they telling a fib, So I feel like it's like a perspective and understanding thing.
Yeah, I mean, as a little kid, I had reasons to lie to my mother because, like, she would go ballistic if I even told her the truth. Like, the last time I tried telling her the truth, oh my goodness, she would either, like, yell at me or even, like, try to, like, she would either try to get her belt or get or get my father to get the belt. Like, I try being truthful, but then when I try to lie, oh my goodness, it's much worse. Like, when I try telling you the truth, same thing happens. When I try lying, then they would either calm down or the same thing would happen. So I didn't try to tell them anything. And also, my parents, they didn't even know what they were doing at the time. Maybe. Because I was a weird kid. Mm-hmm. And then what I would do is, I would get the bag of sugar, pour it into a bowl and eat it. I would just eat the sugar.
Ooh, Aaron, that's bad. You could have got diabetes from that.
Yeah.
That's a lot of sugar. They were mad, weren't they?
Yeah, they were mad. And then also, I was going like, Aaron, why are you eating sugar? Because I wanted to eat the sugar. Because it tastes good. And then here, my dad started to whoop me because I was eating the sugar, really.
Dang.
I mean, you could have at least told me that it could have gave me diabetes. That would at least be better.
Yeah, he had to whoop you.
Right.
Mm-mm-mm.
But,
So,
yeah.
What was I going to ask? Oh, yeah. So, how was, like, your coming out story?
Oh, my coming out story. Actually,
Wow, that's different.
it was actually kind of simple, really. So, I just went on Instagram and just basically admitted that I was bisexual, really. And then,
So did you tell your parents or they seen it on Instagram?
my mother looked at it and she knows.
So how does she feel about it?
Okay, so my mother, I mean, she supported me, really.
Mm-hmm.
my dad, he just doesn't know. I think he doesn't know. And also, I started to know some sentences that kind of indicate that she may have known. Like, well, Aaron, here, well, because I have like, a dating problem. Because like, I mean, you know, kids with like, intellectual disabilities, like, with autism, don't have much luck when it comes to dating. Or I think that's just with me specifically.
Okay.
And what I started to know, she started saying like, well, Aaron, me and your father, we support your wishes, really. And even though your dad's not like, a man himself, I started to going like, wait, does she know? Does she know that I'm bisexual? How? So, I started, cause like, you see, if I didn't like, admit it, then, oh my goodness, like people would keep asking me my sexuality all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought maybe if I do that, then here, people would know. And, yeah, a lot of people like, love me for who I am, and they supported me. Some friends that I knew in high school, they support me, they love me for who I am, and I must say, it was very relieving. It was relieving. And when college came up, that's where I kind of like, didn't give a crap about dating, but then, cause I wanted to focus on my studies. But then when I went back home on Christmas, then my cousins kind of introduced me to like, did you ever try going on a dating app? Like, no, I never actually thought about it. And I thought, hey, maybe I can actually try it. But what I wasn't really aware is that there's like, some creeps on it. You never trust creeps on the internet, really.
Mm-hmm. Y'all gotta be careful on the dating apps, child.
Yeah.
People be catfishing.
Yep. And I've tried going on Grindr, but no, I try not to go on the app because, like, one, it was nothing but straight up hookups, and I'm not in for that.
I heard that about Grindr. They just be trying to.
Yes, they be just be hooking up, and I'm not in for that. So I deleted that and said, okay, that's a no-go. So I tried going on Tinder and oh my goodness, why do I gotta buy a subscription for dating? Like, really?
What? They make you buy a subscription?
Yeah, like here, I was just scrolling and then like, buy our premium for, I think it was about, let me see, how much was it? Okay, for $9.99. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, here, when I was like scrolling, like, oh my goodness, well, I'm gonna just take a break and see what happens. And then once I go back on the app again, oh my goodness, same thing. Yep, and I learned my lesson there because like my mom drove up 30 minutes to the campus. She drove up 30 campus, like she even tried calling me and I started like, not calling her because, oh no, I fucked up. Oh no, I fucked up. Oh Jesus, she gon'
cuss your ass out, didn't she?
Yes. Well, she didn't cuss me out. She was asking like, Aaron, what is going on? So, okay, I'm gonna go from the beginning. So, I was actually dating this guy, and I was sending him some money, and then like, Aaron, do you know what just happened to you? Yes, I got scammed. You got scammed, and I thought we were like, either gonna go on a date, but he just like kept declining because of business stuff. Like really, I started to know that, coming to think of it and coming to reflect to it, yeah, I know it was a setup. It was a catfish. And not only that, it was a scam. It was a scam.
That's terrible.
Yes.
Well, I hope it get better for you, cause.
Yeah, but then my dating life started to go down because like I was like depressed for like a whole week. Like I stopped going to work for
because of him or just because of something else.
It's because of him and because of my dating life. Because like man, I keep telling my mother, like, here, what if I don't get that chance? What happens if I'm, like, 30 years old? What happens if I'm, like, 40 years old? I won't find anyone. I don't want to find someone until I'm, like, that late of an age.
You want to find somebody
Yeah.
while you young?
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
But, come to think of it, I actually did find someone, but actually we're dating, and actually he is my boyfriend, but we are going on our second date. And actually, I am going back to school, like, visiting him, really.
Ooh, you excited?
Yes, I'm actually excited. And I must say, we do have a lot of things in common, really.
Well, y'all, this is Erin's story.
Yeah.
You want to say anything else before we head out?
Let's see. I just want y'all to know I am gonna go back. I'm gonna get back into gaming, really, cause one, I had to find the right equipment for my stuff. I had to get a video camera because my phone kept acting up and kept getting too much storage on there. Cause iPhone, cause I have a 64 gig on there, really. But I mean, I have a camera. I got a tripod. And actually, I do need a tripod for school because really, I hate renting one because I hate being late with them, and I don't like being late with them and paying up a late fee for them.
Yeah, you gotta get you a tripod for school.
Yep. So got me a tripod, a video camera, and yeah, that's everything I have.
Okay, so y'all hear that? He'll be back in tune with y'all. But y'all stay blessed.